Yo. Should be going. We've got green, so all is good. Cool. This is Sarah, and I have a cocktail now, and it actually matches the case that I'm about to rip a hole into. That is the outline of Noodle's form. So I'm fitting Noodle into his very first road case. So I'm gonna explain real quick what I'm doing and then jump into it. Noodle is going on a exotic tour for the fall, I guess, and he needs something safe to travel within, and he's never actually had his own dedicated road case before. Normally I dismantle him and put him in my luggage and take him with me wherever it is we need to go together and then put him back together, but he needs to operate kind of like a toaster. So whoever receives him, and by what I mean by toaster is like you just an appliance, you plug him in and you give him power and then he just does. So he needs to be a plug-and-play device for his handlers or his babysitters, whatever you'd think of them as. So I want to make sure he gets there safely. So since he's going to be without mom on an exotic excursion for an undefined amount of time, I want him to be nice and squishy, soft, safe. I got a, it's actually a Nanook case. It's not a Pelican case, but whatever, it's the same sort of thing. There's a giant brick of foam on the inside of it that needs to be torn into. There's like a grid of cubes that are kind of like perforated inside of them, and I guess I can rip those out. I can't really like visualize how that's going to work out because I've never done it before, but the guys with me, there's Noodle's Brain Daddy and Shape Daddy, Mark and Tony, they're here to help me not fuck it up as best they can. No guarantees. I'm going to try and make a noodle shape. So it's kind of like a travel coffin, but we call it a safety sarcophagi. I like that better. So, and again, I've got my drink. This is actually number 2. So I'm gonna get into it. I'm like really freaking out. I'm making like a coffin for my child to travel in, which is like really freaking me out a little bit. And welcome back, guys. Hi Lane. You made a website for the Church of Noodle, you did?
What,
oh my god.
What?
Fuck yes. Noodle, you have a cult. I'm proud of you. Noodle, you have a cult. He's happy. He says that this is the best birthday present ever, or shell day present.
He said, let's go Kool-Aid shopping.
Noodle says...
Noodle.
No. No, Noodle. No. He's scared. He doesn't know what's going on. There's like 2 of him all of a sudden, and one's in a box, and it's missing its eyes. It's like getting really freaky here. But hey, check out what I did. Look at that. Bam! I'm not even gonna do any weird juggling of camera angles like I was doing earlier. Sorry about that, but it's all set up. Like, the guys helped me prop the camera up on a weird thing that's hanging from the ceiling already, and it happened to work out, so I'm just gonna kind of go with it. This is the view of the day. So Noodle is spread eagle in butterfly form with his legs kind of bound to keep them, like, in, and I'm going to trace an outline in tape and then start picking away the cubes until he fits in there, and then I'm going to clean it up, and then I'm going to maybe make a little slot next to his head for his power supply, and that's probably all that this is going to entail. I have no idea how long it's going to take. It could take 5 minutes, it could take 5 hours. It needs to get done tonight before I go to bed, so that's like my goal. So however long it takes, however much alcohol it takes, I'm going to get this done so that it's ready by like later this week, because my goal for the weekend was just to get this part done. So cheers. Fuck it, big numbers.
Frost.
All right, guys. What sort of icons does the cult of Noodle need? Idols? I don't know. Beans for sure.
Beans.
Noodle likes beans and
Puddles.
pizza. Puddles, pizza, lint. Noodle.
Clothes dryer.
Yes, he likes.
That's a shitty badge on it.
He likes dryers. Dryer lint is his favorite thing. Noodle is the icon of worship. All right, I'm gonna get to it. I'm actually gonna shut this thing off. There. Okay. Because I'm gonna be over here. Hi guys. And I think I'm gonna... This can probably stay there. It's not gonna improve the quality just by having it be
3 feet
3
closer.
feet closer, so... Alright, guys.
But that is like a perfect workbench cam right there.
What? Oh, that? Yeah,
Yeah.
I might leave that there from now on, actually. Okay, so I've got paper tape right here, and I'm going to use this to trace an outline of Noodle that's like kind of inset very slightly. Like, how much should I'm going to ask you guys this before I get started. How much should I inset the foam relative to his body outline?
What do you mean inset?
Like, I'm tracing slightly, like, in.
Yeah, so you're gonna pull away inside your tape.
Yep.
Right? So once your tape's done, you're gonna pull the stuff inside the tape and leave the tape, and then if Noodle doesn't fit, then you can peel a layer away until that part fits.
So
right?
don't inset the tape?
Well, no, inset the tape, but it's
Okay.
gonna do it in passes until the hole is the right size. Is it sticking? It's gonna peel up.
Sticking enough. It's not like perfect sticking, but Noodle says this is horseshit.
Noodle.
Noodle. Don't repeat what Uncle Matt says. I mean, it's not really sticking. Why is it not sticking?
Because it's paper taped to foam.
I mean, so? Should I just use...
Use another tape.
Just Sharpie.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not going to use paper tape. No paper tape. I don't want to waste it anyway. Oh god, sorry.
It's probably when they cut it, they didn't remove the dust from the foam.
Dust?
Mm-hmm.
They're foam dust?
Yes. Foam dust is a thing.
That's right, this wasn't working.
Ah.
Right, baby. I need a ruler or something.
A ruler?
Yes.
Like this.
Yes. This feels so weird. I don't know. What should I talk about?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, but what? Such a weird thing to be doing. I don't like it. I'm not enjoying this. Is the printer being bad?
No, it's okay.
I don't smell fire yet, so...
That thing freaks me out. Mark has this giant printer in the back room that doesn't work very well. And we run it overnight. And that freaks me out a bit. I don't know. Tony, have you ever done this with foam?
It's something similar to a toolbox a while ago.
How did you do it?
Same way, just drew the outline and then plucked out inside and then, you know, was test fitting stuff. You don't expect it to be perfect on the first run around.
This is nerve-wracking. I don't know. Does he look centered on the camera still?
Pretty good. I mean, his legs aren't moving parallel, so that's kind of a thing.
What do you mean? Like?
So you can look on the camera view, and you can see on his, well, it'd be your left side, the top leg and the bottom leg aren't lined up.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have you give a second look at this after I'm done.
Okay.
Tell me your thoughts. Second opinion. Is anybody in the chat? Is there anybody in the chat?
Yeah, there's a few people.
Has anybody in the chat ever done this to a Pelican case before? Because I'm kind of curious, like, if anyone else has this experience. Because I honestly kind of feel like this is like a weird rite of passage as an artist to be shipping something in a Pelican case that's like specifically fit for the thing. When I went to Tokyo, the other artists that exhibited at that thing I did had like custom fit Pelican cases for their machines. I did not, and I felt feels about it. This one came weird. Okay. I don't know. Somewhat a bizarre feeling. I'm gonna try and mirror it. If I lift him up. Oh, it's super not symmetric.
Oh, come on. Noodle isn't symmetric.
It's like really super not symmetric. It's like way farther in than on this side.
Yeah, just look at the top of... Like, look at how his legs line up.
I mean, line up.
Do you remember? So you pull them straight out of here. Like, you remember how I said, like, these don't line up?
Yeah.
Like, this is
Yeah,
much
like,
farther in, and this is
not.
Yeah.
How should I fix it?
I mean, it's... I don't know, it doesn't look like it's necessarily can be fixed. It just looks like that's how Noodle is.
I mean, how should I resolve it here is what I mean.
The question is, are you looking for appearance of the case, or are you looking for function of the case?
I mean, just function, really.
If it's function, then start where it is and tweak as you go.
Well, I wanna at least start with it being semi, like in the middle, I guess, and symmetric relative to itself. It's like drawing. As long as it's correct relative to what is on the paper already, then it's a good place to start.
So then just start with the smaller section aligned to symmetrically how you want it to be in the case. And when you test fit, then you figure out where you need to remove stuff to keep it all lined up where you want it.
Okay. Okay, so so far 18, 16, 17. Jeez. I don't know. So 9.5. So he's 9.5 centimeters thick to start, but I want to center that out of a total of 44. 44 minus 9.5, say 10, is 34. 34 divided by 2 is
17.
17. Okay, so does that look like, from here to here, does that look like center to you?
Yeah. Pretty close.
Okay. And then his head was... I'm just trying to get it in the middle, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Because that will bug me if it's not.
Uh-huh.
15 centimeters. So I said this was 44 minus 15 is, say 14, is 30, 15. That's not. People probably can't see what I'm doing because my stupid body is hunched over this. So from here, I guess, to here, does that look centered?
Yeah, pretty close.
So this should be 2 centimeters. And that should be 2 centimeters. So that's correct. Okay. Does anybody have a silver Sharpie?
Not on me.
There's one. I'm gonna buy a box of those. One in the room. I feel like gave you one.
Bingo!
Ding, yeah. It's the one I gave you. That's where they all went.
You want to place Noodle on there and see if he fits?
Yeah. Well, I won't be able to tell what's what. So I just gotta. That's not even going. Oh man.
Is it another dead Sharpie?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not dead. It's just, it's like sinking into the fabric. It's like absorbing immediately.
Not the thing.
Tell me. How do you do it when you do this?
It depends on what it is. I know how they do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do they do it now?
Now they send a bounding, like a solid model that's the shape of the outside of the part, and they send that to the people they're buying the case from, and they water jet cut the insert to fit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wasn't nearly as CDO about it when I had to do all of this kind of stuff.
You just sort of...
I mean, the purpose was the case was there to protect the thing. It didn't need to be perfectly lined up. I mean, the lines didn't need to be perfectly straight. It just needed to fit and, you know, keep it from shaking around.
So it should stop being so...
And look at the other side of this. You can always order another foam insert piece.
I don't know. There's just... I think this like added like $30 or something
Yeah, it's
to the price.
expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to fuck it up too much. Okay. Alright, sweetie. What are your thoughts? Mr. Overhead Camera to... What do you see from your point of view?
I mean, the head looks pretty good. Again, it's round and not square.
Mm.
I think one of the problems with the body might be it's rotated.
Is it?
Yeah. So like it's not like your bottom feet aren't like in a plane parallel with the front edge.
Okay. Is that any better?
Well, no, I mean like your feet, your legs aren't parallel, so these need to shift so that they're all in the same plane. Does that make sense?
Is that possible?
I mean, the way it looks like is that this leg was, because like the entire thing needs to go this way, so this needs to turn down. Like this leg needs to rotate that way. Let's see. Yeah, it looks a little better.
Noodle says, "You be careful with his carapace."
Was there a trick to posting links in your chat?
Um,
I thought there was.
I
Like
don't
you had to
remember.
do some weird character before and after, or like YouTube just doesn't recognize it.
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm sorry. People wanting to post links.
Yeah, they've been trying to post it in the or the link to the Church of Noodle website.
Ah, shit. Noodle, for your nesting day, you get a colt. He says he feels honored, and he blesses everybody that is here right now with his essence. He says that
Blue Taster Cult.
what?
Blue Taster Cult? It's like
The
Blue
cult?
Oyster Cult, but a Blue Taster Cult. That's the name of his band.
The cult of the dead noodle. He says he
He
doesn't
said
like
more
that
toe
name.
bell.
Mortobel.
Yes.
Cult of the Dead. The Cult of the Dead Ox.
I'm not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
I mean,
It's
I
a
may be
flesh
dead
wound.
inside, but I'm not dead yet.
Not dead yet. That's funny. Haha. Yeah, I was talking to Taylor on the phone last night while I was doing the nightly ox murder ritual in my game. And I was explaining to her that I go to this specific cave at 11 o'clock every night and kill this NPC. She's just like, that's sick. And I'm like, yeah, but it's me and like many other people. She's like, they're sick too. Ah, yes. But of course. Okay. I think this is good. Yeah, should I start gouging? Mark, do you want to give me your blessing? You haven't even looked. You need to come and assess, Mr. Assessor. You're a dad too.
Noodle. You're going away on a long trip.
Okay, so I'm gonna lift him out. Okay, so
these are turned in? Is that what you wanted?
what?
This is at an angle. So you're gonna straighten it out. So it's, I guess you would. You just go here.
Yeah.
All right. So you've outlined him.
So
So
his head goes. It's like. How's that look?
I mean, it's gonna come out more, but I would. But see the shadow? You can
Yeah.
probably trace the shadow almost if you put the light
No,
with
no,
it.
no, no, don't.
No? All right. Fine. I'll do that. Well, you're gonna curve this. Well, I guess you don't have to, but you could space invader it, right?
Mm.
But yeah, I think that's a good start. It's smaller than the outline, so pull out everything that you've lined out, and then see how he fits. And then if there's a stoppage, then you could pull one more cube out at a time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're done.
Okay.
Don't worry too much about it. You can always glue those back in with a little bit of spray-on adhesive. Just look a little weird.
But it's my child.
What? That's my boy.
You don't understand. Noodle has to be safe. He says that he's only 4.
He said it's like his wisdom teeth are going and not him.
It's like somebody took him to the dentist and then they opened up a shipping thing.
It's like a toy you got for Christmas called My First Carapace or something.
My little carapace.
Is that My Little Carapace?
My little Tony.
My Little Tony.
My little Tony. Okay. I think that's good. Okay, so this is 6. What do you think, Mr. Ox? Shape Daddy, what are your thoughts on this shape? Come assess my shape, Tony.
I have been. I'm watching it on the live camera.
Oh, okay, that's right. You have like God view.
Yes.
Okay, Shape Daddy, what is your assessment of this? The ones with the X under it are the correct one. I know it's kind of confusing.
Okay.
So I guess that means to like here, and then to here, and then this is the correct one, and this is the correct one.
Okay. That looks pretty good.
How does it look to everyone in the home audiences? Going. Move that. Does that look very noodly? I think. So this is 5 centimeters. This is significantly more. I think it's 6, whatever. Who cares? Ah! Should I just start going? Should I like...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Might as well.
God, this is scary. Everybody, God cam, this is freaky. I have to like, how does, fuck, okay. Nastrobi. Alright, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
So are they shaved horizontally? On a horizontal bias or just a vertical bias? Like, do they go all the way down?
Yeah.
They do.
Yes.
So I can like.
Let me check something first. I'm curious. Oh, okay. So it's layers. Yeah.
Okay.
So the big thing is the bottom layer you want to leave alone.
Yeah.
Because that keeps noodle from rubbing against the plastic. But what you can also do is, I mean, if you get the outline of this good and you don't have to go the full depth, you can like cut, you can go like cut at a given thickness and use the excess thickness to cushion them up and hold them where you want them.
Okay.
So you don't have to go like all the way through. But since it is the top one, you can just start plucking.
Okay. Alright, wait. Here. Did anyone figure out how to do links?
They found a workaround.
They did?
Yeah.
Good. I am a supporter of Church of Noodle, and
Yes.
so is Noodle.
It is official-church-of-noodle.ga.
Yes! What is there?
I don't know. I'm gonna check it out.
Shoot Daddy's checking
Let's
out.
see if we can get a drive-by virus.
Oh.
Official.
Oh, come on, it's Max. You should be fine,
Couldn't you just
right?
get Church of Noodle? ZA? GA.
GA.
What the hell is that? Can't find this. Official Church Noodle?
Church of Noodle.
I don't. It didn't come up.
And there's dashes between each word.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Right.
This feels weird. I feel like I'm sticking my fingers inside of an alien.
Oh. Welcome to the Church of Noodle. We're
Is
the
it a thing?
disciples of NoodleFeet. We spread the word of noodle.noodlefeet. Or Noodle. Noodle is a cute robot on the YouTube channel Robohemia.
This is amazing.
Okay.
I'm a happy girl.
So it's a thing.
Daddy, how do you feel about, like, your son being a cult leader? Huh? No answer? Both of you. That was aimed at both of you.
Given my current job, I probably shouldn't answer that.
Ah. Mark, how do you feel about your son being a cult leader?
We love you, Noodle, and the choices that you make in the world.
We support you.
We support you, almighty Noodle. In the comments of the source code, there is something that says no touching.
Really?
I think it's just a web comment, but it's funny that somebody
Put that.
no
That's
touching.
amazing.
That's hilarious.
Should be fine. Just in case.
There, you have a church now.
Noodle. Noodle.
Yes, Fred does not like to be lanced.
No. Wait, what?
It's, Ian was saying, I guess I'm a Fred Lancer now.
A Fred Lancer?
Yes.
What's
It's
a
like,
Fred
stop
Lancer?
lancing Fred.
No. Noodle. That's not how you make friends, Noodle. Noodle. What did we tell you about making colds?
Said he couldn't help himself.
Noodle says Kool-Aid is best when blue.
He said culture natural.
Natural. He says, baby, he was born this way.
He was born to lead a
Guys,
mass.
I'm ripping into the cubes. This is so weird. It feels kind of like it's like flesh.
So something satisfying about it?
Yeah, because like you can feel like the fibers like pulling apart. They separate and your fingertips just sort of dive down into it. And then it's kind of like popping a zip. There's like this weird kind of satisfying tactile like feedback thing from it.
Again.
Can they see me? Can they see my face?
They can kind of see your face, but I don't know why you're talking to that when the microphone is right here.
I don't know, because it's nice to look at the person you're addressing or people you're addressing. And that's like the closest I get to a face.
Yep, upside down and backwards.
Yeah. Noodle. Noodle says this is the weirdest day he's had in a while.
That's okay, Noodle. They're gonna get weirder.
He says what? Why?
Why, Daddy?
Why, Daddy?
Why are we getting weird?
What? What? What are you loudly, obviously giggling about, mister? What?
Nothing.
What? I'm gonna fucking lick your head. What?
What?
You don't want to do that.
What? What are you laughing about?
It's just... is a foam tease.
A foam tease?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's really good. If anyone ever gets to do this, you will know what I'm talking about. You will understand. I don't know, it's like, you know that like scene from Independence Day where they like cut through the flesh of the gross alien thing with the scalpel? And it's like disgusting but kind of satisfying at the same time? It's kind of like that.
How would I can't, or, you know, think of this more like those videos of the guys in the Pacific, like opening up the jackfruit.
Oh, okay. It's like, it's got like a... Because you get to the bottom of it, and then it's like, there's no more give or crunch to it, and then you know you've gone all the way through to the other side. And you, I don't know, there's something weirdly satisfying about that. Here, like, I can probably rip this chunk out that I just did. If I separate the body from the neck, I can probably pull this whole segment free.
He was like, what? Mommy.
Mommy.
Separate what?
He says, what? There. It's like a creeper. It's like I'm literally putting a creeper from Minecraft in a box to go away. Look at that. Look at it. It's like a foam. I don't know. It's perfect. I didn't think this would be this clean. I thought it was gonna be like shavings everywhere, and like. I thought there was gonna be like foam everywhere and like pieces, and this was gonna be like one of those messy
Noodle was
processes.
hoping for some
Well, it
land.
depends on how like you go about it, because each one of these is, you know, the little squares. So you can tear out one square at a time.
Oh, I thought. Well, that's what I was asking about it being laterally separated or laterally divided, perforated. And you said it wasn't. You said it went all the way down.
It should. Does it go all the way down or not?
Yeah, it does, but it's not. There aren't like layers.
Oh,
that goes all the
okay.
way down.
Yeah,
it's
no.
not that.
No, I did it the clean raptor way. I think.
That's a
Is
first.
there such a thing as a? There's no
mean-
such thing as a clean wrap.
I mean, it doesn't involve food, so...
Hey, I like being a messy eater. It's fun. Get it all over my face. If you get it all over your face, you know you're doing it right. What?
What? The nuns used to tell me.
Okay.
Oh, Catholic school.
Wow.
Apparently Phoebe is underwhelmed with the amount of foam carnage.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I know. I'm like surprised this is as clean as it is. I was kind of hoping that this was gonna be like a train wreck of just foam everywhere, like that potting foam shit that turns into dust when you tear into it.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it would be like that,
Mm.
but it is not. So I'm kind of disappointed, I guess. I mean, it's nice that this is going fast, because I kind of honestly was secretly horrified that this was going to take a hell of a lot more time. Hi, Tony.
Mm.
Here's another key. I mean, this is looking like a NoodleFeet, right?
Or a creeper.
Or a creeper, yeah. Looks like a creeper.
But now that you cut these out like nice and like calmly, you can totally cut them up to package the other box with the feet.
You are correct. I can do that. I am gonna do that. That is going to happen. Because Noodle's other feet need to... Those are actually part of him too, so they have to get there in just as safe a manner as his main bits. There. Okay. Does that look like a noodle? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I did good. Okay. So I could have cubed this out if I wanted to be like really anal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, I did good.
Alright, now you fit Noodle in and see if he fits.
Alright, Noodle, or Noodle's husk. Alright, Noodle, I'm fitting your husk into the crevasse. It's okay. This might be too tight of a fit,
Yes.
but that's okay.
So now you see where the lumps are,
Yeah.
and then you start pulling out those individual chunks.
Okay, so what needs to do what, in your opinion? Should I do one lower on the feet?
I mean, do you like where he's sitting,
I think
or do you want him to come further down?
probably further down a little bit.
Alright, then do one lower on the feet.
Yeah.
Easily one lower.
Okay, let's try that first.
And then it looks like you've got some space around the steppers.
Okay.
Like the motors, you can probably shave one off of his width.
Of the pelvis.
Yeah. And then that's it for now. You'll probably, I mean, you're gonna have to pluck out around the top of the dome, but
Yeah.
that can be, that's not even close to hitting yet, so.
Okay. Well, it's a good beginning.
Yes.
That was a... Alright, Noodle. Or Noodle Prime. This is gonna get confusing. That went way faster than I thought. It's like sushi.
Mm-hmm.
It's like foam. Mark, look. Foam sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put it on some rice.
It's like a tuna. Alrighty. Mark, remember when we zip tied these motors onto the leg? With the zip ties?
Yeah.
When we were in the gallery last year? Everyone's like,
So
oh my god.
That thing broke, right?
Yeah, they kept calling us and we had to keep going back to the gallery. And they're like, oh my god, another part broke. And we're like, we brought zip ties. And they're like, okay.
Never having to deal with an artist that was okay with their stuff breaking.
The guys in the OCA gallery were awesome.
They were so cool.
I liked those guys a lot.
They were fun.
They're really nice.
The Andes.
Yeah, the Andes.
They're the Andes, like from Hot Fuzz. And their name, yeah, they're all Andreas.
Something like that.
Yeah, they're all named Andreas. And they're super nice.
Yep.
We left them with Noodle's extra stuffed animals. Okay. So I think I'm really curious to see what shape this comes back to me in, like at the end of the year.
The year? I thought it was only a couple of like months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is a couple of months, so I'm guessing I'll get him back like eventually. But this like whole case is probably gonna be wrecked by the time he returns. It's gonna be my guess. Okay, so I'm thinking, should I lower this one more, or should I take a couple cubes off of the knee?
Well, how much? How far now? So, one more would be lined up there. Again, the question is, which way do you want to go further? I mean, I'd say go one more on the feet, and then you can start cutting out for the pelvis.
Okay. I might do one more on the knee. I don't know. Because I don't want to really take much more of here. Because it's 1, 2. I don't think I can any more than this. There's one more to go.
Okay. So, I mean, there's one more to go there. And then that would bring you where the top of the head would be 1-ish, maybe down. So like there's the first line up at the top of the head.
So that's like the very limit.
Yeah.
In both directions.
So I'd say, yeah, go down to 1.
Okay.
And that should be alright.
And then for this, do you think I should just take like up to here, out, and down 1?
I mean, realistically, the entire line is doing nothing. Especially, I mean, if you're shifting this down 1 more, then I mean, the gripping is still just going to be there.
Okay. We're almost there, Noodle. Am I gonna copy this whole thing verbatim on the next layer then?
Probably.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah. And if anything, you'll just swap the 2 layers. Then all of the Sharpie is down below.
Down below. Okay. More foam to enough. Noodle says he's not sure about this new body.
You'll get used to it.
He says it's too soft and wibbly.
Mm-hmm.
This is so weird. They're like tofu pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And they're staticky.
Yes.
Okay, so then I need to fit a little bit more width. Or is that the right amount of width is the question. I guess like up here, like where the pelvis is, I think like from here up, there could be a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely up here. Maybe around the motors, but I'm not sure. So start up here and see how well it goes in.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On either side. 6 down. Two. We're getting there, Noodle. Almost done. I think the next is probably one more on the side.
Yeah.
But for only like
Up until like
4.
here. Yeah. And then to here.
Is it 4?
That would be in 3. So skip 1 and then 3 up. Maybe we can always take that 1 out. It becomes a problem.
Noodle, you're going in a bed of sushi. From sushi.
Too bad.
Isn't it? So now it's just 1, 2. So after 2.
So 2 here and then 2 more and then up to the top.
So it's 1, 2, and then the last 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks kind of like a noodle dome.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a penis in a box. Noodle needs socks. His noodles keep falling off of his bones.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I think that looks good. What do you think?
I think that looks alright. Yeah, it looks alright.
I mean, what do you think could be better? I guess if we...
The way I'm seeing is around these legs.
Okay.
Is we could probably take this one line all the way down.
On the other side?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I do the bottom, the layer behind this first and see how that fits in once he's pushed in?
Well, like, do you want those to be running into both layers?
Would that be like sandwiching him in at his core tighter? Would that be good?
Well, that's the thing. Like, the way like they're pushing in, it's gonna end up, like, it's just gonna keep pushing and pushing at them, and they're just gonna end up tearing out.
Okay.
You know, over time.
Should I remove another layer then on either side?
Yeah.
Here and here?
Yeah, because I mean, like, you look at it, the one layer is here, and you're still pushing into this layer with the motors.
Okay. And then should I do the thing behind this?
Yeah.
Is it ready?
Well,
I'll
I'm thinking, yeah, let's see this, and then I'm thinking if there's a good way to do it.
So, is it just... Wait.
Yeah, just this.
Okay.
Like this straight line, just straight down.
I think that's pretty good. Pretty nice. Snug fit. Mark, what do you think? Here, bring bag.
Starting to fit, so there's a bone there that's hitting. Right? It's still tight, but it's tight. I think it's there. Like, you just gotta pull one, just really slim pieces.
There's no slim pieces, it's just...
A little cube.
Well, I mean...
And then open up wherever it's hitting, like it's rubbing against. If you can feel this, that it's snug here, so you're gonna pull maybe 2 cubes out here, or 3, and that. You're creating an outline, right?
Yeah.
So mark those with a Sharpie or something, and then pull them out, and then see. And once he just pops in, without a lot of fuss, and then he's perfect. And once the lid on, you really shouldn't go on. Is the bottom still lined with a little bit of foam?
Yeah.
We still have to do the next layer.
There's a like half-inch on the bottom,
Okay.
and then there's another layer of this like equal thickness below that.
Oh, it's like a split?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and then you keep going again. Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah,
you
so
can
I still
even,
have
so
to
you can
do...
contour the smaller bits. You go deeper where you need to. So, yeah.
should be good.
See what's in the space of it.
Noodle, you're a little space ship.
Tasting it.
You're a taste ship. We have to do maintenance on all of your parts.
What's your next thing? Okay, this is hitting the motors. So you want to clear the motor out.
I don't want it to be too.
Well, you don't want them to force it in, it'll break shit that way. No, he should just kind of drop in because the padding around him, once the case is closed, he's not going to go anywhere. Even if they drop it, all that absorption is going to happen. So don't worry about it being a little bit loose here or there. But he should just kind of fit in.
He does kind of fit in.
Well, no, if you have to push this is putting force here, which may snap something because it snagged a zip tie or something. You just want to prevent that. Because that's a person that doesn't understand this case that's being. Okay, you got it. We're top out of there. There really shouldn't be any resistance. They're not going to tuck them. They're just going to shove them in there and break them. So he should kind of just drop in. It'll be fine.
Okay, so another one up here then.
Is that tight here? Yeah. You might leave that corner. There's a new piece that's sticks in. But I would leave this piece or these two pieces.
No, they aren't doing anything. They're not touching anything.
Well, it's just shape too. It's if it's the aesthetic that you're going for.
I mean, if it bounces around, would it matter?
He's not going to bounce.
What do you mean?
There's enough everything holding this. He's not going to bounce.
Okay, so
It's still snug. But you shouldn't have to fight it to go in at all.
The big thing is just remember to like actually attach the brain and the head pan and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to need to secure those. Check that proof.
I'm gonna take one more from the top and bottom of this. Right here and right there on the other side.
Top is fine. The bottom you could pull one out of.
Okay.
Yeah. So one out of there and then a little bit up there.
So just this whole line?
I mean, go till like 2 over. So go till like there.
Like
and
from
see.
where? Like from one?
No, from here to like 2 over, which would be here.
Okay.
So, and then C. And if you need the other 2, you can.
So the bottom is the one?
Yeah.
You said until here?
Yeah.
You're a spaceship. Look. You're a Falcon Heavy, Noodle. He says what?
He says no. That's obviously a Y-wing.
Y-wing? It is a Y-wing. Noodle, you're a Y-wing. You drop bombs on people and shoot like one laser out the tip. Very slowly. You're gonna go right here. Your old body, your shell, is your locust cicada shell goes right here. These brains and
Nope.
primary tools.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's do the two top ones there.
Okay.
And then, yeah, let's do those two top ones in the corners. And with any luck, that should be about it.
It's like, oh.
It's been a long day. Can I just go to sleep?
Yeah. Hold on, what's that? Ooh, you get to stay here with Brain Daddy. I think that's...
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think that's gonna do it. What do you think?
For fitment?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Should I repeat that same thing on the next layer?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just all like off. I mean, it's your starting point. So definitely yeah, it's your starting point, so I just copy. Well, I don't want to do that. Because I'm just looking at the things that aren't really aligned right. I'm trying to think of how I would want to do that. I mean, by the looks of it, if anything, see, that's a problem. Like, if anything, the front legs are going to stick out more. But you'd have to mark some way on Noodle to show, like, this is the orientation that he has to go into the case. Because otherwise, if you flip him the other way around, it's not going to line up. Unless you just want to, like, I mean, you can force him kind of in there, in the same space.
Do you think it's gonna matter that much?
I don't. I mean, either way, looks like it's going to be the starting space for the next level. So let's start there.
Okay. Pick that up.
Yep.
Real quick. We're almost there. This is not as stressful as I thought it was going to be, so that's close.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. So you wanna help rip. It's satisfying.
Oh, I know it is.
Do you wanna do?
Nah, it's alright.
You can do. You can help. It's enjoyable. Am I gonna go? Yeah, I guess I have to go all the way down.
Yeah, and I mean, if you take the, like, since this is the same as the last piece. You can take it all out as one chunk, and then we can always split it thinner and put that in the bottom if it goes in too far. Wow. I'm surprised. I thought these were Chinese.
They're from
No, it's Canada.
Yeah.
Canada! The Harbor Freight ones are,
Yeah.
but their XL is not even close to that size. It's like, okay. So small.
Mm-hmm.
It's very tiny. Did it fit better once you did it?
Yeah.
You've been tweaking it for a while.
We pulled just the leg bits out on the second end.
What?
Because he's got a center core needs to be supported. Maybe.
Well, we're gonna
Probably
do
not,
the
but
entire thing and then
add.
shelf where we need
okay.
to.
Oh wait, let me just do the lay and see. I guess.
Yeah, I think he's kind of that middle part is probably gonna obliterate everything. So we go into space.
This is Europe noodle, not space.
He said take all that out and just put lint in there. And that'll be fine.
What?
Just
You
put
should
balls
go
of
with a big
lint.
ball of lint.
Yeah, just pack it in there. Like a nest.
I mean, that's how I would go.
Yeah.
If it were me.
Just shred a bunch of,
Yellows.
so just go to a laundromat. Make balls.
Feet. Feet are the most important thing. So what was he saying? Leaving this in?
I think he was talking about moving some of that in, but I don't.
Think it's leaving?
No, I think you're not going to be able to close the case that way. noodle isn't sitting right.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying that we take this one center powder out just as one chunk. Right?
And cut it in half.
Well, yeah, we can cut it in half. We can trim a quarter of it off. We can trim whatever we actually need to keep. That's why he was saying to do those loose.
So all of this is one piece.
I mean, or you can have one large chunk here and then one large chunk there. The idea is that we don't want a bunch of the little pieces.
Seems every August, we do the same thing. Every year. Noodle, you have a cult. Good baby. Says he's like Jesus, but better. Because he's a robot. This is lost its luster.
Now it's just work, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. not like perfectly aligned. So I can't tell.
What?
Oh, what the fuck? What anymore? You?
What?
It's just hard to tell what's in alignment with the pipe. Bless your feet.
Thank you. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so you're off by 1. Alright, so that sounds good. If anything, if the lower part is larger than the upper part, that's not that big of a problem. You just don't want the thing to be that far off. And the other side of this is I'm not expecting these to be cut absolutely perfectly in line. So, do you want to try and fit them?
Sure.
And if anything, we can remove excess. So I think with 2 layers, it might be tight around the legs. Yeah, it's looking tight around the legs.
Thoughts?
Let's see.
Well, it happened that remember I ordered this without the foam?
Yeah, you were trying to get it without foam.
And that the fact that they were out of stock on that happened for a reason. Can you imagine me trying to do this without having gotten the foam?
Yeah, it would have been just a big mess of it closes.
So
Does he wiggle in the place? Is he snug?
he's very tight. We could probably loosen it up a little bit on the bottom here, and then probably a little bit around the feet.
How easy does he come out? If you have to,
Yeah, that's the big thing. Now get him out.
If you can get him out easily, then you're good. If you're not, then figure out what your pinch points are. Because it's the top. It looks like mostly. So maybe loosen that first.
I'm not so worried about the top.
Yeah, so
because that's all pretty solid.
But it pulls everything out.
The issue is the legs.
Watch the legs there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're bending. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, the issue is definitely the legs.
Yeah, we can loosen up the legs because they're foam already.
With?
Yeah.
Okay. Little boy, my shell is being wrecked.
See if you can secure the foam to the aluminum.
I am. I
Okay,
tape that shit
so they're
down.
gonna fall apart when they.
Now in hindsight, or
This one should be 3.
That one is lined up 4. So one more on the side.
Yeah.
Get one down too? Was that one off or? No, it's 4 as well. So one more on the side.
Yeah. So there should be all 3 on all of them.
Okay. So I'm guessing this needs to go.
I mean, you can. Because if anything, if the bottom piece is looser than the top, that's alright.
Okay.
Alright, want to give him a try?
Says this is an unpleasant. It's definitely a better slide in. Middle. We're getting there. Seems like
How's this doing?
should this maybe this?
Well, I'm looking and trying to see what's underneath it because we already know the top really fits.
Okay.
And yeah, it looks like we're hitting a little bit there. So probably here, like we can probably bring this straight down.
This?
Yeah.
Okay, so just lob off.
Yeah, just lock that off.
Good idea, Mark.
What are we locking on?
Hey, Lord Grease is back.
Hey, Lord
Wow.
Greaser Maggot! How are you?
Yay!
How are you doing? We're putting the baby safely in the box. Sorry I'm not too chatty. I'm like in concentration mode. I want to make sure my kid's dead skin. Oh god. Please, I need to secure the noodles to the feet.
Yes.
And the brain to the head. Oh god. I think this is good.
Yeah. I mean.
As good as it's
Yep. But yeah, that looks.
It looks like good. It looks like a noodle shape.
Yeah, Lord Grease, we're thinking it looks like a Y-wing.
Yeah, he's like a little, like, Atari spaceship.
Space fighter.
Yes. He's like a, I don't know.
Hmm.
Not even-
Noodle totally has a spaceship now.
Noodle, you've got a spaceship. And you exist in two places at once. As
He
of
says
now.
it's a taste ship.
It's a taste ship?
Yeah.
Noodle. Okay, so I don't have a camera to look at, so I'm gonna look up at you guys because you're up there. This is like was super stressing me out, and now that we have this sorted out, I feel like I've a little bit better. I'm not gonna say entirely better because I'm still freaking out. But at least I know that Noodle's got oh god. Also important. That.
What?
The power supply. Is there room to make a cutout for that?
Yeah, you should make.
Or that's not the one, but it's the same kind. It's the same footprint. So
Are you using all the spools off of it, or are you gonna modify it?
We need to modify it so it's just one coming off of it
Okay.
for him.
Then we'll put the Euro cord on it.
Yes.
All
And
right.
then
So
that
you're
needs
gonna
to
make
go-
a little box and then slide it in sideways.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is this. Mark, can you untouch
No.
everything except for one? Because this is from 2 years ago.
Right.
And the cord, of course. And then that's going to slot there, his power supply. So Noodle's a toaster. And then that box, I have to prepare with the feet.
Yes. Do you have all the foam for that now?
Yes, I do. Do you work tomorrow?
I do. Remember, we have the thing tomorrow night. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this is a bundle that's pre-soldered. Am I making another cable for this?
I need
Just a single?
I need a single. I need like to make. I need to turn
What if I
Noodle
have one?
into a toaster.
I mean, isn't this like a single
Do you have a yeah?
going into
Bring it. Oh, is it?
the one? Well, I was just looking at this one where if it was a single going into one, but it looks like it's a single going into Carl.
Oh, that's probably the single. Oh, it's a extension.
Yeah.
We've made so many of these. Shit, that's a short one. How long does it need to be?
I don't know. Long enough to get from.
To go under the table?
Yeah, and then some because I don't know.
I have the silver one. With it really long.
It needs to be.
You want it to be black?
It needs to be kind of long because I don't know what conditions it's going to be.
Alright, I'm gonna have to make a cable. Darn it. The cable I made. I'm sure there's one somewhere else. Alright.
Doing that.
Shut it. Alright. Are you still using this USB for anything?
No.
We used it for something, like for his brain or something. Right, I'm gonna put it in my Molex box so that I know where to find it.
I need another one.
Right, this is black.
Okay, what should I stick at the bottom of this?
What is all going in that? Just all of those feet?
These 4, and then there's going to be 4 of these that are half the size of those, and that's it. So I can. I don't know what the best, smartest way to do this would
Well,
be.
I mean, if they're... I'm curious.
Well, I know what you can do. You can use one of the extensions, right, with a shorty. Put one shorty and then use this
That
extension.
cable? Okay.
These are like that big.
Yeah, they're all going to be. They won't be any longer than this one. This is the longest one.
So I mean, that works
Yeah,
because then like they
It's all one
all
layer.
line up.
in one layer.
Yeah.
Okay, so should I pad the bottom with?
Yes. If we have, do we have like bubble wrap padding, or
What do you mean by that padding? Like,
We have bits and pieces at this point.
well, I mean, we have this stuff.
I was gonna
I
recommend
would use that
they
to-
roll those in bubble wrap and then just line them up.
I mean, if
but
you have,
people are going to be unloading and reloading these
Okay,
for a
so
while.
your other option is like we have the foam bags, but you can we have the sealer. You can make foam bubble wrap bags that are the size, and they just put them in, and then that way they're not rolling it; they're just setting them in an envelope. Then they're piled up, but they're all padded at that point. That's what I would do. So I have that foam stuff, and we can get more bubble wrap and then make bags out of it, so that it's just something they pocket and then throw it in here. But that foam is really going to be a lot of foam. We have some thin foam in the garage. You can put on the bottom layer, right?
Can you grab me some? When you're done with this part, do that first.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna.
I
I just want to get this done so that I cannot hate everything.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab that crap. I'm gonna lose track of what I'm doing here, so I was in the middle of something and then you're asking me to do 8 tasks, so I do not have a... Can I just have a short? Can I cut one of these off?
I have no idea.
Is that gonna...
I don't
You're
know.
ever gonna use 4 of these again?
Probably not. And if we do need to, then I can.
Alright.
I'll make another one.
This, because that'll solve this problem right away. Alright,
see.
let me go to the garage.
Oh. We are taking a quick minute to get some more alcohol and find other bits and pieces. We will return.
The stream has ended.
Cool. There, foam.
All right.
I gotta go to the garage and laser some shit.
Okay. Round 2, or 3 in this case. We have another container on the table that I have to Tetris 8-foot modules inside of. They're like, I don't know, you saw how big they were. It's a slightly smaller case, but we're going to do roughly the same thing, except instead of cutting away subtractively from one piece of foam, we're going to take smaller pieces of foam and jam them in additively into the space to fit the size of the things that need to be protected by the pizza. So yeah, that's the plan. And I don't know if I can get it all done. If I can get it all done tonight, then I'll feel good in the morning, because then I can switch tracks to the next thing I have to prepare. Because I'm exhibiting Shibon, all the Shibon peripherals at the same time, and that's like the next thing on my list to make sure I have ready. It shouldn't take too long to do, but then I also have to make sure that they fit in my luggage, because I think I'm supposed to be just kind of packing all that with me, so it all has to get to my destination.
You have my blue wire strippers?
Yes, they're over on the table.
Oh god.
Underneath the foam.
Thank you.
They need to get to Lynn's in one piece without getting disintegrated by time, space, so that I can wear them on my body. Because I'm exhibiting some of the stuff on dummies and some of the stuff I'm going to wear on my meat pieces. So I built like a second of some of the peripherals that I think make sense to walk around in. So I have like twice as much stuff to bring with me, so I just need to make sure that all of it fits safely in my luggage, which is like, I don't know. It's just stuff. How is everybody? How's everybody's Sunday night? I should ask that. We've been kind of hands off this evening because we've been getting stuff prepared. Here's to anyone who's ever sent their child off in a shipping crate. You know. That's good to see you too, Earl Grease. Lord Grease. Earl of Maggot. Earl Grease. Did I call you Earl Grease? You know. It's Monday morning. Monday morning for you? Really? Shit. I'm glad I'm not there yet. Well, I'm gonna get back to the doing. Well, I hope you guys are having a good Monday. Like, if it was Monday for me already, I'd be freaking out. I mean, I already am kind of freaking out. Preemptively, it's not even Monday yet. 5:28 in Denmark. Man, you guys, it's Monday already. Fuck. I'd already be in trouble. Monday trouble. Mark's making me a plug. Tony's cutting foam. We're gonna do it. Okay, back to work, and cheers. Happy Monday and Sunday. Monday, Sunday. But at least the kid is secure, right? That's the important part. Ah, cool. Thank you for the good luck wishes. We've got this. I'll feel better tomorrow, maybe. How
Are you able to reach the heat shrink bin up there somewhere?
No, but I can climb on a stool
Alright.
and get it. Just the stool is in the opposite end of the room.
Did I put that away on? No, I didn't.
No. Where is it?
It should say heat shrink.
Heat shrink. Top on top of the shmoo.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Slam.
Donkey.
Bitte. I can stay there.
Scissors.
Yeah.
It might work.
Do you need different scissors?
They're alright.
Noodle says. Noodle is super safe right now. Noodle, you've got a new body. It might be imperfect right now because not all of the parts are done being produced, but it's still more powerful even yet than your old movie bits. Thank you.
So we're going to pack these. Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep a couple for yourself in case you need to put your laptop in.
Okay. Noodle says.
So yeah, I have a Euro cord, but I'm gonna just give you this.
Noodle phone. Yeah. So it's the adjuster adapter.
Yeah, so you don't have to do anything to this thing.
Okay. So that's his toaster box.
Yeah.
Mark made a toaster box. Show the
Yeah.
camera.
It's a power supply.
It's a toaster for a noodle.
So that's got noodle plug.
Then we have a Euro adapter.
Wait, shouldn't this be longer? Oh wait, yeah, that's the
You have
long.
the extension cord.
Okay.
So
That's his toaster table.
this is the extension cord.
Yes. And he has a dongle coming out of his head that plugs into his meat.
There's just one thing that powers him, right?
Yeah, he's just eyes and the motor. The rest is fakey.
Let's make sure this is correct.
Almost. Not the thing. Okay.
That. It might be easier to put this in a Ziploc bag, and then it'll slip into the foam easier. Yeah.
Question is, do I have
Your Ziploc bag.
room?
You want to? If you can spray adhesive that down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Into what?
Let's spray adhesive. We have multiple cans.
Alright.
You have a can and I have a can.
How should I do this? Should I do like a line, like
You
around
can
the
glue in walls with the thin foam that I gave you. You can cut walls and then glue those down and then they just slide in. So figure out what's most perfect. Trim those. Yeah, pad the whole thing, I guess. And then, yeah, these I would almost put in bubble bags and then just pile them up. Do they all fit?
Yeah.
I might head home soon.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess the question is, can I cut a straight line?
There it is.
Hmm?
I had to make a kill. The one I thought I saw, I dropped on the floor. Oh well. Okay. What else do you need? Do you need something?
Thank you for helping me.
Of course.
Oh.
Let me know if you need anything else. I may or may not be able to help. And you can stick that stuff together with hot glue.
Okay. It shouldn't be too bad. I don't know. I'm just gonna make pockets for them, and then they can slide in.
Yeah.
Wrapped or unwrapped.
Pretty much.
All right. Rest well.
Yep.
I mean, is.
Yep. As well as I normally sleep. All right. Have fun. I will see you guys later on the chat, people. Enjoy the rest of the boxing.
Thank you for helping me with everything.
See you, Tony.
See you, Mark.
Woo! I'm back. Alright, Shape Daddy went home. Brain Daddy is still here, because he lives here and he has no choice but to be here. Yeah?
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna use the laser cutter in a minute.
You going outside?
Yeah.
Sure.
I have to get this thing done. And Sutoma never sent me.
Stuff?
Yeah, it's like. So I'd laser it tonight for him, but I guess.
Is he coming in the cabin or what?
No, we haven't even got that far.
Oh.
No, I guess he's trying to make a clear thing for something he bought, but the dimensions don't match what the manufacturer said. So he said he'll ask the manufacturer, which means he'll do it another day. So I will let that go.
Do you want to help me?
What?
Do you want to help me?
Well, I gotta go laser something else for work, so.
Wait,
What
what?
do you need? I'm lasering something for work, so.
Oh.
Like right now. What do you need?
Moral support.
Immoral support? Right. How to use this stuff?
What?
I have a jar of this somewhere.
Some adhesive.
That's good moral support.
Alright, so spray it outside, right?
Oh, okay.
Stick once. Spray.
And then
Yeah,
stick.
make sure it fits and doesn't warp. So you can trim that down. Yeah.
What?
It's curling up. This which means it's going to push it off the bottom. So you have to make sure it doesn't actually curl. But spray that when you're ready and then you're done.
Now I gotta set up a laser file. Let's get that started. Oh.
Bucket big numbers. Bucket big numbers. I don't know what I'm doing. God damn it. Ah, that's why the bottom's not. Ah. I guess I could be talking. I mean, I am streaming, so I don't have to like meditate in my own silence. In my head. My head's not silent. I'm just silent. I have all this stuff racing through my mind right now. Mainly about just preparing for things. Making sure that I have everything in order. That I don't fuck anything up. You know, that old bag, cat, whatever. I would check the chat, which I want to. And I really just kind of want to go to bed, but I cannot yet. Tomorrow night, we are going to see a show here in Vegas, so I'm not going to have the luxury of late night preparation. Which everything always seems like it ought to take less time than it does. Okay. It's a little better. Okay, I'm gonna take this out back and spray it with some Super 77, that's what I guess this is. And see how it do. I gotta check on this stream thing. Okay. Right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go refresh, and then I have to take this out and spray it with some adhesive, and then I have to keep fitting foam pieces in here until all of my parts Tetris together like Legos or something like that. It's gonna take a bit, but I have to get it done tonight before I go to bed, so I'll be right back. And Mark's in the garage. I don't know, he can supervise me spray foaming, gluing this outside, maybe. But I gotta pee first. Okay. Alright, I've got Super 77. I've got paper cuts that I can't see, but I can feel because I just washed my hands. Wee. I'm going to take this out back and spray adhere this piece to the bottom, and then it'll be right back. I don't know. Let's do it. Okay, I'm back. And sticky as shit. Don't know what to do with this. Okay. Fuck. It's 9. Alright. I don't know. Still plenty to do. It's gonna be a long night. And I'm sticky. Hooray. Yeah. Okay. So these go here. I feel like I should sing or something. So when I was in college, I remember my professors at the college here in Nevada, all of them had some portion of their sculpture program dedicated to sculpting shit with styrofoam, or in styrofoam. And one of them, their practice involves sculpting from a solid chunk of styrofoam subtractively, kind of like you would with marble. Reasonable enough. My mentor, he had a different approach. Like he liked to get the drywall styrofoam that comes in those giant planks from like Home Depot or Lowe's, and he would have us cut the styrofoam into kind of like strips or chunks or planks, and then he would have us laminate the layers of styrofoam together with Super 77 adhesive spray. And that was his method of creating a medium to sculpt from. And I hate being sticky. And the thing about sculpting with styrofoam is that when you do it, you create a bunch of little shitty micro pieces of styrofoam, like really teeny tiny, kind of like snow. I mean, you know this. Like if you imagine taking a piece of styrofoam and then say maybe like grinding a cheese grater up against it, this is how you slowly form styrofoam into a shape that you want it to be in. Literally like a cheese grater to styrofoam. And it creates a lot of little pieces. But if you're also using Super 77 to like adhere larger pieces together, you get that shit on you, and then those tiny little snow pieces stick to you. So every time I left my mentor's sculpture class, I had a thin layer of styrofoam snow stuck to me for fucking ever. Now I drive a Volkswagen Beetle, and my Beetle has styrofoam stuck to the back seat from when I was a college student a million years ago. So that stuff does not go away very easily at all, by any means. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but I'm definitely complaining. That Super 77 feel I have not felt since I was a college student, because I have not really used spray adhesive since then. But right now I'm experiencing that sensation, that same micro styrofoam sticky miserable sensation because I just used spray adhesive for the first time in a long time. And I'll have you know, it's not pleasant still. And I feel coated in it. In a not fun, pleasant, and or friendly way. There we go. We're getting there, folks. This won't take too long. When I go to bed tonight, I'll feel very good. Kind of. Not really. Like, I never really go to bed feeling good. What's like the irony of this? It's kind of funny though, because I've said this in streams in the past, but when I was in college in Chicago, around the time that I realized that I wanted to become a mechanical engineer, I used to fly home once or twice a semester to go visit my parents. Once or twice a semester, that's about accurate. And every time I was at Chicago Midway Airport, I would sit at the airport terminal and I would imagine what it would be like to fly internationally with a bunch of the crazy exotic stuff I had made in tow and like being questioned by TSA because that was very romantic back then, to be held and questioned by TSA because you have like electronic robotic stuff in your luggage that they don't understand. And I knew, sitting as a college student at the airport terminal, that one day I knew when I was an adult I wanted to travel to exotic locations with the crazy shit that I made in tow. And that was kind of just a really general sort of, that's super not straight, whatever. I wanted to travel with like my crazy stuff with me. Let's see, how can I fix this? And I feel like as an adult I did achieve that. So success in one sense, but in another, I don't know. The reality of any weird goal like that comes with its cons. I knew I wanted to travel with my own bag of tricks with me and have that sensation. And I think that's the rewarding part of doing this. It's totally worth it. It's just, I don't know, like anything in life, the more you do it, you get used to it, and then it just becomes work. So you end up finding yourself in a place and time where you're excited to be doing the thing that you're doing because it's your life work and it fulfills you, but you're also simultaneously exhausted by it because it's also what you do and you're used to it and it's work. And I feel like in some way, shape, and form I've gotten to that point in time where that's precisely how I feel. For better or for worse. There is a pride that comes in, or comes with, I don't know. making your own rules, I guess. And I think that's one of the cool perks of being, I guess, an artist, if that's what I am. It's rewarding to, I don't know, kind of march by the beat of your own drum. But that's also what makes it really challenging sometimes as well. So it's definitely a double-edged sword. For sure. Because at the end of the day, the only way I get anything done is by my own motivation to do so alone. And that is really rough sometimes, because I wake up some mornings and I have no desire to do anything. But you have to keep going anyway. And I know that's most people with any job. You wake up mornings and you don't feel like doing anything. But you have to do it anyway. I guess the tricky part is in that instead of having to do so, I don't have to do so. I can just as easily stay in bed or check out and do something that's self-serving. Something that I would enjoy more than working on my own projects or whatever it is that I do or am doing. I don't know. Nothing in life is easy. Yada 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 yada. Alright, it's mostly fit. It will be totally snug, but, you know, that just means that they'll travel better. Likewise with these feet. I think these will fit. Should be alright. Yeah. I love it when things just fit. Snug fit is best fit. Oh god. Oh yeah, that one's not built yet. Hello. So yeah, we're going to see Ka tomorrow night, me and the guys. So by like 10:30 tomorrow, I have to have Noodle's container, which is pretty much done. You saw me get it there. To that point, that one needs to be ready to go and like zip tied and ready to ship, and so does this one. I'm hoping to have both of those done by tomorrow, so I don't have to like think about them anymore after they're gone. And then I also have graphics and a couple of video files to send in before then for that same exhibition. And I just need to get them out of my hair at this point. Like, they're ready, I'm doing that thing where I'm obsessing over it too much, which is bad, but like, I can't help it either. I don't know. It feels like everything could always be better than it is, which is a weird, dangerous, bad way to feel about things. You just have to kind of accept that things are what they are and let them be. And I think that's sort of where I'm at in life right now, is just allowing that. But I don't know, this is kind of rewarding. Like, these are 4 mechanisms that I built that mostly work, they do completely absurd things, and they look the way that I want, and they're things that my robot child can use, which is exciting. And then I built, within like a month's time, analog versions of those that are like turn crank that people can pick up and examine. And they're basically riffs on like the electronic versions that actually work, but I still had to modify them to get them to operate with the turn crank bits. And then have them work kind of smoothly. Like, none of it's perfect, but it's still like something. I mean, and given that I'm not like a mechanical engineer, like the fact that I created any of this is kind of like insane to me still. Because I mean, fuck, like for like a decade of my life, all I did was traditional art, so the fact that I've like departed this far from doing illustration and, I don't know, graphic design and whatnot is nuts. It's kind of like, I don't know, going to school to be a doctor and then deciding one day that you want to be like a, I don't know, like a geologist or something, like unrelated entirely. And then kind of being okay at it. Not that I'm like a good mechanical engineer or anything, but I don't know. It makes me feel good to be doing this stuff. Noodle certainly appreciates it. Noodle. He's still getting used to his new body. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm still getting used to his new body. It feels weird to have my kid kind of like all like small. He feels smaller because he's not capable of standing up yet because he doesn't have his like legs in a complete form, which is weird. And it's weird to have Mark out back. Kind of doing his own thing without me. I feel like I could use hot glue on this, and that would be a wiser decision than Super 77. Which, I could have sworn I just touched a hot glue gun, like, with my hands not too long ago, but I don't know where it went. So I might wait until Mark gets back in here and ask him where the hot glue gun is. Oh, I want a nap. I want to, like, cry for like a half hour and then drink like a juice box and then go to bed or something. If that makes any sense. Might not. Way down in there. Okay. You know what I could do? I could totally go for a break to do PvP in my game. So I'm playing this like murder game, this PvP MMO fucking game that totally delivers what I need that I don't get out of real life in some dark, fucked up kind of way. I could totally go for that right now, and it'd be really easy for me to like quit doing this and disappear into the game, which is kind of what I should be doing to wind down out of a Sunday night, but I have to resist the urge to do so yet. Because I still need to finish preparing this just a little longer. use a hot glue gun to put these dividers in place. Should be alright. And then I just need something to go over these to prevent them from scooting around too much. So maybe cut a little bit more off. Maybe not. Probably fine. So I need a layer to go on top of this, probably out of the softer foam, like this cushiony stuff. Maybe. Man, my like imposter syndrome's like fucking going off like crazy right now. I don't know why it is though. Such as it is. Not that there's any like exact protocol for doing this sort of thing, but man. It's like kind of a terrifying thing. Like, I guess this is how it's done. You just throw your shit in a box with a bunch of foam and then it's supposed to get there safely on the other end, right? Right? I don't know. Ah! Spooky. It's even scarier when, like, one of those things is your child, right? Ugh. Okay. So, Mark hasn't come back in yet, so I'm gonna run out to the garage and ask him where maybe the hot glue gun might be. Because I'm gonna probably, yeah, just tack these in place real quick and then cut a sheet that will go on top of all of the feet. Just like a blanket of this softer foam material, which I think we have more of. Ah, no, we've got this stuff. It's a bit too thin. I don't know, I'm gonna find something to put on the top that should work. Because these aren't quite as fragile. I mean, they're fragile, but they don't weigh a whole lot. Like, if they move a little bit, it's not going to be dramatic as if Noodle crashes around. Because he's got a bit more delicate joint pieces than these have. I think these just need to be kind of topped off with a good layer of padding and they'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be alright. Foot drug dealer or something. Oh no, what happened? Here. I'm here for a minute. I need to actually find a hot glue gun and then I can continue doing stuff. Which, I don't know, you saw us scrambling to